Nation fans, or ladies and gentlemen, K.L.P. Worldwide fans, welcome back to the hit show of Alpha Live. Yes, Alpha Live is the full-on production show here on K.L.P. Entertainment. We talk exclusively only about anime, of course. Welcome back to the show, y'all. You guys actually been enjoying the show. We had a lot of good hits, a lot of good emails sent to my work email here in the studio. And you guys been enjoying the show. You guys actually been enjoying what Martha Givens or Gordon Martin or Aaron Reed been talking about on these shows. So I gotta give a props up to those three. You know, this show has been different. You know, this show, we really wanted to think outside the box with this kind of show because, you know, as many of you guys know, I'm a huge anime fan. Most people say, "Oh, you're that one of those weird ones." You're not weird when you watch anime. It's just something you like to watch. So, you guys been enjoying the show, and I really do appreciate it. Of course, the growth of K.L.P. Entertainment with our new stage set up here in studio. I'm just really proud of the studio and the media label as a whole. Again, we're celebrating 9 years of K.L.P. Entertainment. I can't wait to see what we do for the summer. I mentioned this in the late show with K.L.P., but I'm going to mention here on tonight's show on Alpha Live that this summer we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. Not only that we're releasing a new movie for K.L.P. Entertainment, but we're going to be doing a lot of media coverage of gaming because, you know, it's summertime. E3 is coming around the corner, so that means we're going to be doing some really cool stuff. We're meeting after today, well, tomorrow, we're meeting tomorrow, K.L.P. Entertainment board meeting. We're going to discuss what we're going to be doing for this summer, content, as opposed to anime or movies or E3 2019. There's just going to be a lot of good things this summer, so I just cannot wait for that, for sure. And I'm proud that you guys stuck with us, and I'm just, you know, excited. So we're gonna go ahead and get on with the show here, y'all. On Alpha Live, we're gonna be talking about our newest hits with anime, of course. I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. So, good old Martha Givens, she's gonna be talking about episode 3 of Relife. Martha?
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Martha Givens, the Vice President of Video Coordinations. During gym class, Arata ends up hurting himself. And Ryo explains that despite his youthful appearance, Arata's body is still biologically that of a 27-year-old man. Meanwhile, Chizuru takes Arata's advice to try smiling more in an attempt to make friends. But her forced smiles are misinterpreted by Rina as Chizuru mocking her. Rina also learns that despite viewing Chizuru as an academic rival, Chizuru was unaware of who Rina was, causing Rina's perception of both Chizuru and herself to be strained.
Thank you, Martha. So, next up, of course, Gordon Martin will be talking about episode 3 of A Certain Magical Index Season 3.
Hi there, I'm Gordon Martin, the Vice President of A&R. So, the fight with the right seat member continue. Tsuchi Mikado shows up, and even claims he will finish the fight in less than 10 seconds. But Robo Mechas from Academy City show up and end the fight prematurely. Toma, Itsuwa and Tsuchi Mikado escape and then split up. Tsuchi Mikado decides to be the distraction so Toma and Itsuwa can go and stop the document of C. While he is doing that, Toma decides to call Misaka and get to the bottom of what is going on. It turns out Academy City is helping with the riots and are claiming to help put a stop to an inhuman weapon the church may have. Meanwhile, Tsuchi Mikado makes note that Academy City is serious about this, bringing in stealth bombers, one in which has Accelerator who tells them where to target. Back to Toma. The fight goes fairly expected. Toma gets beaten, finds the weakness, gives speech, and serves his good old Toma punch to end the fight. But it is not just that. During the fight, the right seat member managed to learn something rather interesting. Toma lost his memory. He only deduces this since Toma is not using Imagine Breaker to its full potential. So, perhaps past Toma knew about its true potential. Maybe not. Either way, he does not know it now. Of course. Misaka heard all of this amnesia nonsense on the phone. Toma's rotten luck kicks in when the attack from the bomber seemingly kills the guy. He was so close to get information on his own power. Either way. Later on, this right seat member dies to the SNT member due to falling off the path. Misaka also thinks about the whole amnesia thing, and she is rather angry about it too to end the episode.
Thank you, Gordon. We're killing it, y'all. Of course we are. So, episode 3 up next. from episode 3, we're going to be talking about Anime-Gataris. Of course, that's the ongoing series of Anime-Gataris. And of course, good old Aaron Reed will be talking about it. Aaron?
Hello everyone. I am Aaron Reed, the director of Creative. A third episode about the 3-episode rule? Anime-Gataris is officially one of the most meta shows I've seen. This series' intense self-awareness keeps its soul intact, even amidst so much non-stop otaku fanservice. And this week's fast-paced episode establishes the rules that these characters suggest any good anime should follow, right before the plot promptly breaks them. The show continues to be a sincere love letter to anime, but its story is strong enough to stand up against a constant barrage of parodic references. The student council is being anal retentive for seemingly no reason. So the anime club decides to lift their spirits with a field trip to Akihabara, which means more anime references than you can shake a stick at. For starters, when they step into Anime Soul, a riff on the real-life store Animate, the actual theme song from Akiba's trip is playing in the background. Beyond that, it's a whole lot of copyright skirting again. My favorite reference in this episode is when Erika wants to cosplay Nakamashi Saddle, also known as Yamashi Pedal. Somehow, Minoa is the most exuberant participant out of everyone. Even though she's the one who knows the least about anime, she stokes the others' egos with her animated interest. You're not bored? I mean, you're listening to me, Kai says with surprise. I appreciate that the show doesn't take Minoa's fascination for granted. As if everyone should know that anime fans are the most interesting people on the planet. Instead, the way its characters open up shyly at first and then with increasing boldness reminds me of what it's like to meet new friends in anime fandom, before the slow dawning that you both like the same thing. When it's time to head home, the group gets into a spirited discussion of what should happen during an anime's third episode. They bring up 2 different shows that demonstrate a major twist during the third episode, Love Live and Madoka Magica, before acknowledging that the third episode twist isn't necessarily a good thing if it doesn't work. From then on, the question is, will they or won't they? Is this third episode about to drop a major plot twist? Or is it simply establishing more setting details and character rapport? As Alice and Maiko suggest, might be better. It's ambiguous. But I think Anime-Gataris has opted for a break from the third episode twist that some of its characters feel so strongly about. Instead of cracking the story wide open with an unexpected turn, the student council arc is succinctly resolved, finally establishing the anime club within 3 episodes, instead of showing new character growth. This episode continues to nail down the characters' best beats. It's not Minoa who finds the inner strength to save the anime club, and neither a viewing of MAOYU nor ripping off the Sieg Zion speech at the assembly does her any favors. Instead, it's her Chuo Nibaya upperclassman Kai who saves the day. It's an anime that we learned justice, friendship, and perseverance. He counters dramatically to the student council's claim that anime consists of childish, empty stories that waste huge amounts of time. In these 2 sides, we see 2 hyperbolic descriptions of anime, neither of which is without its speaker's bias. While the student council is unreasonably down on anime, you have to admit that if Kai had given that speech at any real-life high school, there wouldn't be heroic music playing in the background. It was more than a little nerdy and awkward. Once again, Anime-Gataris makes anime fandom look better than it is, potentially inspiring and encouraging outsiders to become anime fans themselves. There are certainly times the club's gushing ideation of anime gets a little cringy, but it's so heartfelt that I can't dislike it.
Thank you guys for giving your analysis for this episode. So stay tuned, y'all. Next week we're going to be talking about episode 4 of all 3 of the anime shows that we're watching currently here at K.L.P. Entertainment. I am so stoked about episode 4. I think you guys are going to like it, and I can't wait for it as well. So stay tuned for the channel of K.L.P. Entertainment. If you haven't seen it yet, please go back and watch Late Show with K.L.P. episode 113. 113 shows of talk shows. Of course, Late Show, we didn't start with the title of the Late Show. It was the Today Show, then it went to the Weekend Vlog, and then it went to the Weekend Show, and now the Late Show with K.L.P. So, of course, episode 113 will be released this week, so I can't wait for that as well. A lot of good things coming up in the works, y'all, on the YouTube channel. Of course, I'm working on 2 new exclusive YouTube channels. Of course, this is not these two YouTube channels, they're not K.L.P. Entertainment branded YouTube channels, but they're going to be different YouTube channels that other people want to do. They need K.L.P. Entertainment's help. So I can't wait for you guys to see it this week, because we're going to be starting filming both of those YouTube channels this week. So we're working here in the studio. We always working in the studio. Like I said in my last show, time is money. So you guys always remember that time is money. So that's going to do it for Alpha Live this week, y'all. Hopefully you guys come on back next week for episode 4 of all the anime sites and towns and shows for sure. This has been Alpha Live with your host, Kennedy Lucas. Alpha Live, stay swanky.